Good morning, everyone. It's Bobby, and I'm alongside Anthony Holder. Hello, Anthony.
Hi, Bobby.
Welcome. I'm glad to have you here.
My pleasure.
You know, the reason I brought Anthony along today, other than he's just a fine swing model, is that he and I, as many of you know, worked in the trenches for a long time together. That is, worked in the golf school, fixing just everything from A to Z, from putting all the way to the driver and everything in between. And today I want to talk about how to fix not just the regular fade, not just the weak wounded bird to the right, but instead the chronic slice. And as that goes, knowing what you know and the experience you have, what are the main ingredients that one should address to fix that big slice?
You know, I try to keep it simple, and everything always boils down to club face, angle, and club path, right? And I think probably the first place I start most of the time with my lessons is the club face angle. How is the club face attacking the ball? And the only thing that connects the human body to the golf club is the grip. So what does the grip control? The face angle.
Club face. Excellent. And then what's part two to that?
Part two is the path. So the path is going to dictate the spin that you impart on the golf ball. So you see some guys are really in to out, creating the hook spin for a right-handed player, or out to in, creating that slice that we're talking about today.
Well, why don't you show us? In fact, if you're saying it's a faulty grip and a faulty swing path is what creates a slice, show us each of those and talk us through it.
You got it. So I'll set up and demonstrate just a weaker grip with both the left hand, meaning the left hand's really far over to the left side. I don't see any knuckles here. V's kind of pointed to my left ear for a right-handed player. Right hand's going to be more underneath this direction. Once again, that V's kind of pointed back here to the right of my ear. Got a really strong right hand, and I will demonstrate a swing that I see very frequently on the golf course, and this is usually trying to make a correction for what is causing the club face to open. So they try to correct that open club face by swinging over the top. And so that over the top with that open club face will result in a right weak slicing shot.
So it may start left, but then it curves right just the same.
That's right.
And it's sort of like driving the gas truck to the fire. You think you're fixing it, but the fix is actually exaggerating the error. And so here's what I want to do then. Let's talk about your grip. If we want to get your hands in a much stronger position, that is with a face that's not going to lend itself to being open, but rather will square or even close for you, how would we do that? Let's say we overdo it.
Yeah, so what I like to do, and I demonstrated this in a video before, is really looking down and trying to see a couple of knuckles wherever my hand naturally hangs. And then for the purpose of this video, I'll exaggerate it a little bit. So I see about 3 knuckles there. Take this right hand and I'll really get it underneath here. So now I've got a really strong grip with both hands.
You know, and just looking at you, the things that strike me that are different, and notice that this club is actually coming out the left side of his 2 hands. Both of his hands are on that side, and look at his right elbow. His right elbow's tucked in his rib cage and his left arm is out. Now, someone looking from behind the line can see a great deal more of your left arm, whereas the weak slicer's setup would be the exact opposite, setting the stage for that over-the-top swing. And so here's what we're going to do. Now keep in mind, all we've done is fix his grip. So let's see what happens whenever, with that exaggerated strong grip, he hits the ball. Didn't quite fix it, did it?
No,
That's because we've only addressed one part of it. Remember, he still has an over-the-top swing. And so all we've done is fix his grip, and we have to encourage the student to be patient because nothing works until we get both of them worked out. And so remember, he's learned to swing left to fight off that bad grip. We fixed the grip, but he's still in the habit of swinging left. So the next thing we have to do is find some way of straightening out his swing path. And a wonderful way to do that is to take a club shaft. Go ahead and set your club up to it if you would please, Anthony. And put this thing on the ground somewhat parallel to his club shaft. Let me look back here and see if we've got it. Oh yeah, that's pretty good. And have him, let's take a baby swing first because you don't want to ever come charging in here. That was pretty ideal. Excellent. Let's do that again. And now this is the time when you tell your student, hey, don't give me no sugar. I know you're excited because that's the first time you ever had a ball that actually started right and then drew back to 12 o'clock. Let's see that again. I didn't get it too close to that. No, that's perfect. Good. Take a little bit bigger swing. That's a zapper. Very good. And so what happens, again, we've talked about this before, the cause, a bad grip, the effect, an over-the-top swing because you're just trying to straighten that thing out. Show me what would happen with your old over-the-top swing with that shaft there, Anthony. You would nail it. All right, and that's why I had him start out slowly, so that we could be sure, beyond a doubt, that that path was going to be find its proper route. And Anthony, I want to thank you for showing up today.
Thank you, Bobby.
All right, you were a good
pleasure.
swing model. And if there's anything we can do, you let us know. See you soon.